There are scary numbers. Just last week alone, nearly 1,000 people in Ohio were hospitalized with the flu, and 2 of them died, both teenagers.
The problem? One of the strains in this year's flu vaccine doesn't seem to be effective. 27 First News reporter Julie Bursick spent the morning at the local health department and is live in the studio with what she found out.
Yeah, the health commissioner says it basically comes down to biology when it comes to the flu vaccine. What's in that shot or nasal mist goes into your immune system, and that starts helping your body to fight the flu.
The flu can be downright nasty. Data from the Ohio Department of Health shows 935 new flu cases that required a hospital stay.
This is a little early, actually. We usually see it well into January, and we really just had a big spike in the last 2 weeks of December.
The Mahoning County District Board of Health says plenty of people are still calling about the flu vaccine. This year's vaccine isn't as effective as years past.
It is not an exact match. Every year, it's not an exact match. I mean, there are times when there's a variation, 20% variation in whether or not it's going to be totally effective or not. I mean, and nothing's totally effective.
So by the time we find out that it's not a good match, the amount of time it takes to go through that whole process over again is not, it takes too long to be able to effectively make it. So by the time we could do that, it would be well past our flu season.
Numbers from the State Department of Health show that 66 people in the Tri-County area have been to the hospital because of the flu. Now, hospitals like St. E's do have some restrictions in place. Children 14 and under are not allowed to visit anyone in the hospital, and you can't stay overnight.
If you're sick, stay home. Don't expose other people to it.
If your fever has gone on longer than 4 or 5 days, especially in a child, it's worth seeing your doctor to make sure there's not something else going on that isn't just a viral illness or influenza.
So Valley Care Health Systems doesn't have any visitor restrictions in place right now, but the hospital is asking if you to stay home if you really don't feel your best. Now, it seems like common sense, but remember the basics. Cover your mouth when you cough and be sure to wash your hands, helping to protect yourself and others against the flu. Dave?